welcome to another edition of What the Fuck. Whatever that was. Happenings and such. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Not really in the mood. I'm having a... I don't really relate to people anymore. You know, I mean, reality is just, you know, and people are just nowhere near it, mostly. Piro. Oh. Well, he, you know, did his room, wants to do it in this fire, whatever the hell it called, who cares, and then does a regular room, and Skyzer, and, oh, it's just horrible. Anyway, I mean, everything is just, I don't understand anything. So there's not much. I mean, the gray guy did a couple of videos, you know, so those are always good. Principle. And good versus stupid. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, so, link or something maybe. But otherwise, not much good news. Yeah, this isn't, you know, Anna Conovan made a video, but honor, dignity, and martyrdom. Something about turning the tables on, you know, people with some sort of victim psychosis or something. I don't know. Don't understand any of it. John Doe guy did some Joker videos, you know, whatever. I don't really get anything. So really, it's just been nothing to watch. So I've been watching physics videos, and you know, I just got to do my thing, and I'm just avoiding doing, you know, this whole selling. You know, I just want to have a argument with a physicist about why it can't be that there's a material explanation for reality, and you don't need fake dimensions to answer any of these questions. And well, anyway, so I guess I'm just frustrated that I can't get to that real argument. And an idiot, I know that stupid, what the fuck, Quintucca, you know, made some kind of jerky video. You know, even Hoffa, they made these, I mean, it was just, the whole point was lost of my point. You know, I did this room a couple of weeks ago, and my point wasn't that there was some problem in the room or anything, or it was just this idea of this characterization that somehow I am inappropriate in some manner. And I find that offensive. Inappropriate by whose fucking standards? I haven't murdered anybody that you know of. You know, I haven't committed any crime here except a crime against your sensibilities. And my argument is your sensibilities are the crime. You glib, indifferent motherfuckers, you nihilist cunts, are the crime. You're the criminal, not me. You know, because I give a fuck, you know, means I'm wrong? No, it means I'm right. It means you are wrong. The fact that I have matured my philosophy enough to make it possible for my emotions to be somewhat consistent with my philosophical understanding is a good thing. Anti-Bullshit Man posted on a blog. I didn't read the whole thing, but it's got a 4-hour and 35-minute thought experiment. You know, trapped in an elevator with 4 other people, and one of them has corns on their toes, and I mean, just the minutia of it. You know, whatever. But there's a truth to this thing you're doing, this game we're playing in this world. Where and it's completely analogizable to a bunch of rats in an experiment. And there's just certain truths about what the end is you're trying to achieve, which is as few rats in torture chambers as possible, first, and then it all becomes some sort of other gradation of this efficiency argument. And so that even gets to the economy and everything. And Piro's just so full. He's still doing this land thing. You know, he's got this idea that land is where all the money is, and it's not. Money will go to any commodity that will return a profit. So as soon as you make land owning unprofitable, people won't buy it anymore. They'll buy something else. They'll buy some other commodity. I mean, it's just so stupid. He thinks the rich aren't smart enough to evade taxes. Duh. You know, our rent. Yes, they are. And so it's just so stupid. And, you know, they're so not an answer. But the idea is to do this whole, you know, efficiency. Just to, you know, you're just trying to make human beings that aren't high maintenance, right? Broken, fucked up, in need of services. Try to reduce the amount of broken things in the, you know, you know, if you could say, okay, your rat experiment, and you start off, you have a choice. You can start off with a bunch of genetically deformed three-legged rats, or healthy rats. And, you know, we don't even go that far. Not that we should get into eugenics, but I mean, the point is that real? That you can't keep subsidizing the production of broken human beings, and we keep subsidizing the production of broken, useless human beings. And the whole point is that human beings themselves have now become totally useless to the economy. They're just almost not functioning members anymore. It's just creating it's just creating productivity. And that's all, and profiting off that creation of an advancement. But its value is always going to be sold to somebody else who has value to give, who owns value. And so the rich are just going to be buying and selling from the rich, and they're just using us as plows, or as a thing, as a commodity to be traded, in a sense. And we've got to figure that out and realize that most of the economy has nothing to do with human beings or human dignity. It just has to be about what the rich are trading. And you just can't have this loafer society. I mean, these people just keep defending the obvious cheat of inheritance, and they'll just do it right in front of my face. They'll sit there and defend it. You're just like, so you're saying your kid needs a head start, or your kid deserves a head start. You're saying in this game you somehow have a reason to believe they deserve that. They deserve to cheat in this really important test. It's a test, right? The struggle for existence is a real test, isn't it? We haven't gotten away from nature. You still have to struggle to survive. And so you somehow think your kids are entitled to cheat on the test. They don't have to get the same grade as the other kids in the test. I mean, it's just, what the fuck is that? They get to use their third arm, you know, in basketball. I mean, you know, they get to hire it done. You know, it's just, you're just like, well, if you can't even get that, if you can't even admit that that's his cheating, then what? There's no conversation with these people. I mean, it's just too obvious. So, well, whatever. So, I mean, all these subjects, it's just everything everybody says. I just say, God, that's a stupid fucking thing to say. I mean, everybody's just everybody's just talking shit. Every just miles and miles of shit. Everybody just talks shit. So even Tommy from the Bronx, idiot. You know, first there's these stupid wrestling videos. Who the fuck cares, or whatever it is, face boxing or face kicking, or whatever, stupid shit, gratuitous violence, fun. Idiot. Anyway, made some video whining, complaining. No, don't be telling me I can't vacillate and be wishy-washy and can't stand for anything. I have a right not to stand for anything. It's like somebody rapes your sister. His best friend rapes your sister. You say, well, he's my best friend, you know. Blah, 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 blah. Well, fuck you. You can't be my friend then, buddy. You know. I mean, you got to take a stand now and then. I don't even know what the issue was, but it's probably he's giving Brett Keane blowjobs again or something, and everybody's ragging on him about it. Who knows? Who the fuck cares? I don't. I'm one of the people who say, no, yes, I check the I don't the fuck care button. Is there somewhere the I don't give a fuck button? Shut up. You're stupid. I mean, all the buttons. There's just no buttons. I need buttons, you know. Because everybody's just talking shit. So that's my attitude. It's a very bad attitude, I have to admit. I mean, even a Thunderfoot video. I mean, right? Even the image alone, feminine is how women should sit. So, because women complain that sometimes men want to, hey baby, look at that. Just because the conversation takes place, or somebody says something like, well, maybe we could try to be a little bit more considerate and know your audience, right? You sort of have to know your audience a little bit, right? You can sort of tell the chick that might, be interested from the chick that might not be interested. And you use good judgment. And it seems like nobody can even do that anymore. Nobody can even apply a little bit of rational judgment and say, yes, I can tell the difference. I mean, these problems really shouldn't be problems, should they? It's like one of these transsexual people, they want to use the girls' bathroom and all. Well, they should be a little bit sensitive. I mean, they're expecting us to be sensitive, right? To have sensitivity and say, yes, I understand your dilemma. This is a real dilemma. It's always been a real dilemma. Okay, the whole guy thing, gays in the military thing. This does create some problems. These are not fake problems. These are sort of real problems, and they're not easily solved. So there's no easy solution. And so, because there's no easy solution, they still keep trying to shove the round peg into the square hole thing. They just keep trying to ignore the fact that, no, you're not going to solve this with something easy. And the simple solution is to just say, well, let the queers use the girls' bathroom. Because if they're not going to apply this sensitivity thing, and recognize that is sort of a trespass on women, that you got to acknowledge that. And that you got to be respectful of that, and that means that you don't, you do everything you can to conceal your transiness, when you're in that position. Anyway, it does, but nobody can use a little bit of a judgment. No. So Anna Sarkeesian wants men. What's the title? Wants women to manspread. I don't know if that's what she wants, but whatever. This inability to recognize that there's the difference between men and women, and that men have to grow up and women have to grow up, and they have to recognize that there's differences, blah, 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 blah. And it's a time in this world where it's just the role playing is over. We don't get to be real men anymore. You can't just go out, have a fight, beat the shit out of somebody, take his shit. This isn't the world we live in. Our natural mojo, our ego, our aggression, all of these things are negative forces now, and they have to be tempered to some extent. And that's the irony, is I have committed the male crime of words, vocabulary, even like Tommy using his middle finger, gestures. These are somehow now verboten. You can't even gesture aggressively without people panicking. And it's just bullshit. So I mean, there's just no proportionality to any of these. Everything is so lopsided and uneven and stupid and retarded. Sorry, this is just a rag on how I just don't get 98% of what's going on just seems to be shit. So, I mean, even if I wasn't an anti-natalist in principle, I'd be one in practice, because there's no way to sit back and watch this very bad parade. I mean, this parade of gibberish and nonsense, and I mean, it's Teletubbies and Rugrats, and I mean, there's no SpongeBob to even be found in any of this stuff. It's all the worst crap cartoons ever. Betty Boop. What the fuck that was. So, I mean, this problem's been around a long time. Yeah. The Betty Boop syndrome. What the fuck was that anyway? Ugh. Sorry, I just don't get any of this shit. I didn't get the Rolling Stones, for fuck's sake. I didn't get it Sorry. No sale. I don't need one. You know. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't, yeah, I'm just sorry. I mean, yeah, I just, yeah, I just never really, there never really was a place for me here. Um, so anyway, I guess that's enough, right? I mean, to drag this out. So I've been working on a number of different things. I've been doing a little bit of website, development stuff, just working with the camera, the Android. It's kind of an interesting use of the Android. It's this whole, photo camera thingy. I mean, I could do video, but obviously that would be, bandwidth intensive. So I'm actually trying to find some way, some other internet to use, some cheaper alternative, because this is, they just ripped me off for this broadband crap. It's like I almost want to go back to whatever it was called, Jano or something. I go back to dial-up. This is a rip-off. But anyway, so anyway, but yeah, so it does do the photo thing, which is interesting. So it is an interesting use of the Android as a camera. So playing around with it anyway. And it's just the whole idea of designing websites that, migrate from small devices to regular computers, and retain the same function. It's, sort of an interesting thing to play with. The whole touchy thing versus the mouse thing, where you can't really have small links. You have to have big links. But anyway. Yeah, anyway. It's not that fascinating. I just mean that it's just something to play with. In terms of keeping it simple, stupid, and all that kind of stuff. The rules I like to obey. So anyway, but yeah, so the point is that this is working good enough, and you can actually play videos, so, pretty well now, without YouTube or Flash. So, I was thinking I would post some videos on the website, besides just the working video and whatnot. So do some other stuff and play around with it. Anyway. But lots of, working on lots of things. But yeah, I really just gotta get this physics thing out. I just gotta get this out of my head, because it just occupies too much of my brain space, just fretting over the fact that this should be doable. I mean, I have the argument, okay? I mean, I did it. I did the Einstein thing. I did it. I shouldn't have to sit around here saying, well, I did it, and it doesn't mean anything. It's supposed to mean something that I did it, so I want it to mean something because I did it. Fuck. Damn. It's the way it should work. I did it. I should be acknowledged. I did it. That should happen. It's logical. I mean, it's just really almost irritating. I mean, I didn't expect to do... I expected, something for myself out of my life. I mean, I was sort of resigned to the fact that, ooh, gee, I kind of squandered my opportunities here. And then, and I had no expectation that, okay, so maybe I could, yes, I was thinking that someday, yeah, I'll make a great video or I'll do something of some merit. But, I didn't really even think about, oh yeah, I'm going to do that whole Einstein unified physics thing. I mean, the whole time when I was growing up as a kid, this was supposed to be the greatest, this was the holy grail of smart, right? Is figuring out how to unify these forces. And so I had no expectation I was going to go anywhere near any of that. None. And so to have that just fall right into my head, just boom, it just happens, I just fell on it. I mean, I literally just tripped over, Piro's drool and slipped a little bit and ended up sitting, on, oh yeah, this is easy. And so yeah, so just my position, I'm just saying it's just distracting because I just want to get this done. Because I figure it's done enough for me. Okay, from my perspective, I've done the part that matters. Now let all the little minutia nuts pick with the math and do all the little fiddly faddly shit and get all the details driven out of it. But the point is, I got the basic principle nailed, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I mean, just so it just irritates me. Yeah, well, anyway, everything irritates me though. It's just sort of, it's just I'm just no good at this living thing. It makes me ill. It just really does get on my nerves. Ugh. God, eternal regression, recession, oppression. They're gonna keep hatching these stupid eggs. It's like watching the aliens win in the movie. You know what I mean? The movie Aliens? Well, what if the aliens win and you have to watch them win? Oh, that's sort of how I feel. Yeah, I mean, humans just they look like parasitic, clawy, choking, suffocating, greedy, nasty bugs. Yeah, so it's just all pretty dismal. Yeah, I feel like I'm stuck in the goo, the hardened saliva, and I just have to watch all this shit happening. It's like, oh man, this is such a bad movie. Anyway, so that's enough. No, playing some with magnets some more. This is sort of interesting. Like, magnets will change their polarity, which is sort of interesting. You hit a magnet with another magnet, and it no longer sticks, or it sticks. It's a repulsive, and you touch it, and then they're attractive. But it doesn't happen with this other ferrous kind of material. The magnetic. I mean, there's paramagnetic and ferromagnetic and some anyway. But it is sort of interesting that they keep their permanent magnetness, even though they're these lighter kind of magnets. But it's kind of interesting the things you can do with them. So I was just playing with these looped ones, and they won't stick to the big magnet at the bottom. No matter how much you force them to, they'll never do that. But if this ring was made out of neodymium, it actually would stick, even though it was the wrong pole, because it would sort of change its orientation. So, transmagnetic. You probably have to come up with some word like that. They're not paramagnetic, they're transmagnetic. But anyway, there's stuff to play with. Look, it's magnetic. Yeah, look, it stands up. But yeah, you do have to have this odd number thing, for the connections to go through. You can't make a square, for example. So you got to stay with odd numbers. You won't have the node numbers to make the odd even. But it is funny that this thing is more magnetic than this big magnet down here. So when you throw one of these things, it zoop, goes over here first. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. But anyway, it's stuff I've been playing with. I've just been playing. I really have to do some serious stuff. But anyway. So yeah, sooner or later I'll get into a routine. It's the weather here fucked everything, right? We had this really nice, mild March. You're really getting in the mood for stuff, and the last 2 weeks have just been suck. I mean, the worst of the winter has been in April. So it just ruined the whole fun. Everything got started early, but nothing, everything just stopped, dead. So anyway, it's just been kind of irritating. So once I get back, a few things I got to deal with and get those dealt with, and then there'll be some new thing I have to deal with. So it's not gonna. Yeah, I'm sick of aggravations. I got no patience for anything anymore. I just don't have any will to invest in this shit much. Work seems workier. Yeah, I need to work on my head game. Anyway, I mean, if I'm going to be, all useful. So, till next time and such and so forth.